I invite those who are seated, please, to stand for the invocation. Please join me now in a brief time of prayer or meditation. Eternal God, the transcendent, the mysterious, the force for good, the source of love, and the impulse for creativity. You have always worked through people. Through Abraham, you founded a people of faith. Through Moses, you liberated a people from slavery. Through Siddhartha, you enlightened a people with wisdom. Through Jesus, you saved a people through sacrificial love. Through Muhammad, you corrected a people from the worship of false things. Through Confucius, you reminded a people of their duty to one another. Through Einstein, you expanded a people's understanding of nature and the universe. Through Gandhi and Dr. King, you taught a people the transformative power of nonviolence. We ask you now to work through us. Where we find hate, let us work for love. Where we find ignorance, let us work for knowledge. Where we find unfairness, let us work for justice. Where we find division, let us work for community. Where we find apathy, let us work for empathy. Where we find mediocrity, let us work for excellence. Where we find exclusion, let us work for inclusion. Where we find callousness, let us work for compassion. And where we find conflict, let us work for peace. These things we pray in the name of that which is holy and known in its own way to each of us. Amen. You may be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Tina Rajmera. I'm the Vice President and Dean of Student Life here at Westminster, and I have the privilege of being the first among many who will warmly welcome you to Westminster College. As you start this new chapter in your lives, my wish is that we both challenge and support each other. You are here because we believe you have what it takes to succeed, and we want you to be a positive, contributing member of our campus community. We are committed to preparing you to take on whatever life holds in store. I want to begin by challenging you to push the boundaries of your comfort zone. Get involved in something new. Make friends with someone different than you've ever befriended before. Live the Westminster adventure. But at the same time, find proper balance in your new life. Practice healthy habits. Set small goals at first. Budget your time well so you can succeed in your academic life and still enjoy all of the many opportunities that Westminster has to offer. This educational journey you're about to take will be one of the most transformational experiences of your life, both academically and personally. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to the others on this platform. Many of them will play key roles in making Westminster a life-changing experience for you. First, on my far right is Dr. Cliff Kane, Professor of Religion and the Chair of the 2012 Symposium on the topic of religion. To the other side of Dr. Kane is Dr. Linda Webster, our Associate Dean of Faculty, who helped many of you register for classes. Next to her is Dr. Carolyn Perry, our Vice President and Dean of Faculty. Moving to the other side of the podium, on my left is Dr. Barney Forsythe, President of the college. Believe me, you can't help but get excited and filled with Blue Jay pride when you hear Barney talk about Westminster. His incredible leadership inspires us every day. Next to President Forsyth is our special guest, Samantha Cardwell, who is a 1991 graduate of Westminster and our Convocation speaker today. And to her left is our Vice President and Dean of Enrollment Services, Mr. George Wolf. At this time, I'd like to call on Dean Wolf to present the new class.
On behalf of Westminster College, I, as Vice President for Enrollment Services, have the privilege and honor of presenting the 160th entering class to Westminster College. This new class of 330 students exemplifies the intelligence, integrity, diversity of those young men and women who have come before them. The newest members of the Westminster community truly embody the Westminster mission, coming to us with outstanding academic credentials, a variety of interests that will enhance the community for all. After a long process of choosing the best college to continue their academic pursuits, this group of young people, representing 21 U.S. states, 37 countries spread across 5 continents, have chosen to join the community of scholars that makes Westminster College one of America's most respected undergraduate institutions. So without any further delay, I'd like to ask the class of 2015 to stand up. I am proud to present to you, President Forsyth, and the greater Westminster community, the 160th entering class of Westminster College.
You may be seated. George, thank you for your kind words to this very impressive incoming class. And thanks to you and your great team and the entire Westminster community for bringing into Westminster's ranks such an extraordinary group of new students. Well done. Let's give the Enrollment Services group a big hand. Well done. Well, good afternoon, students and parents, faculty and staff, alumni and other guests. It is indeed a great day to be a Blue Jay. Every day in the Blue Jay Nation is a great day, but this is a particularly special day as we welcome to Westminster College our new students, the class of 2015. Now, believe me, your time is going to go rapidly. The pace is fast here at Westminster because the educational opportunities that we provide are many and varied. You will be engaged and challenged and supported in your journey with us. So enjoy the ride. I hope you've already sensed the tremendous energy and spirit of cooperation and community on our campus. Part of the energy I'm talking about stems from the intellectually stimulating environment we have established here at Westminster. We are truly a global community, and you're going to learn, interact, lead, and serve with people from 69 other countries. This will provide you with educational opportunities and new perspectives that you could never receive anywhere but at Westminster. And you will be guided by caring professors, coaches, mentors, and staff members, experts all in their fields, who have your best interests in mind. And you will leave prepared to seize the opportunities and face the challenges that world citizens demand. Westminster continues to receive national attention for what's happening here at the college. We have a rich heritage of world leaders who have come to deliver important messages. We have the Churchill Institute and America's National Churchill Museum that provide a foundation for an educational leadership model that is unique to our college. Our Westminster Symposium is only one example of the opportunity here to explore important topics. And this year's symposium on the digital age, which will be held next month, will include a green lecture, the lecture that brought Sir Winston Churchill to campus in 1946. And this year's green lecture will be by Mr. Bill Rohde, former chairman and CEO of MTV International. And that is my gift to you, the students of Westminster College. So you are now part of the Westminster community. We thank your parents and family members and friends for getting you this far. And we welcome those who have come with you today to celebrate this next step in your journey. Class of 2015, welcome to the opportunity to become the person you were meant to be. Welcome to the chance to create the world you aspire to live in. Welcome to Westminster. Bienvenidos. Bienvenue. Ongin. Assalamu alaikum. Wan yang hamnida. Karibu. Willkommen. Hush. Ahmadid. Hi, y'all. Welcome to Westminster College. Now it is my privilege to thank you. Now it is my privilege to introduce our convocation speaker. You know, I was so pleased when the staff informed me that Samantha Cardwell had agreed to join us at today's convocation to be our speaker, because she represents all that I hope that you gain from your Westminster education. During her 4 years here, before she graduated with the class of 1991, Samantha took full advantage of the wide range of liberal arts educational opportunities offered here. She was not afraid to try new experiences. And although a basketball player in high school, she was on the first women's soccer team here at the college, trying a new experience. When she left us, she took those experiences and the great lessons that she had learned here at the college to make a full and successful life for herself. After graduation, she earned a law degree from the University of Missouri at Columbia, and today she works as Assistant General Counsel to Interactive Communications International Incorporated in Atlanta, Georgia. In this position, she negotiates legal agreements to distribute retail gift cards, wireless phone cards, and reloadable prepaid debit cards in supermarkets, convenience stores, and other retail locations. However, that's just one of her many endeavors. She is also a principal of the performing arts firm of SCardwell Productions, using her creative skills in music, theater, and business management for songwriting, acting, motivational speaking, and production. Nor did Samantha forget about the commitment of our graduates to live the Westminster mission in their lives, making a difference in the world through civic engagement, leadership, and community service. She dedicates time to charity work, such as acting as a mentor to young girls for the organization The Sisters Today and Tomorrow, and helping the missionary work abroad of mission-minded artists. Now it is my privilege to welcome back home to Westminster College Samantha Cardwell, class of 1991. Please give Samantha a warm Westminster welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here with you today. I had almost a reunion on campus. I first want to say that, I saw when I walked onto campus the t-shirts that said, get connected. And I saw several people wearing those t-shirts. And it was ironic because my message today was make the connection. I thought, hey, how did they know I was going to talk about that? Because what I realized is in today's society is that we tend to do things microwavable. And I'm not getting older, okay? First of all, I'm a young, I don't know why you shouted out 91. I could pass for any student in here. But we are a social networking society, right? We love to connect really fast and just by show of hands. And first of all, I'm not your typical speaker. I'm gonna speak to you like I conversate with you, right? So show of hands, how many people have Twitter accounts, right? You got Twitter, you Facebook, okay? You know, you tweet me, I tweet you. You know, find me on Facebook, that kind of thing. LinkedIn. We tend to try to connect in a fast, quick way. And that's the way we have become. We've become a nation that likes to connect very quickly and use, even the advent of the internet is a method of connection. And so I thought about what I'd talk to you today about, and what came to mind was this concept of making the connection. And I think it's an awesome thing. It's a quick way. We even text, right? Text is another way that we make connections with our friends and our family in a quick, easy way. But then, that's the good thing. Then we also have this new, campaign against texting and driving, because we found out that making the connection in some sense can be a bad thing. Like you don't want to make the connection while you're driving because you can end up killing somebody or killing yourself. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is the fact that we do want to make the connection. And I really began to think about it, about the fact that I don't care how sophisticated technology has gotten, there's something that is innate that is critical about making the connection in a deep, personal way, in a way that connects, that just doesn't beat personal face-to-face interaction, or interaction that happens where it makes a lasting impact. And so I want to talk to you today about 3 ways that my experience as a Westminster student taught me some things about connecting. So I do want you to make a connection, but I want to talk to you about how I was able to make a connection and it made a lasting impact. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about is making a connection on this campus. And we've even talked about some of the things and some of the ways that, and you mentioned some of the ways that I was able to connect on the campus. I picked up this brochure as we were walking through downstairs, and it's a cool, and I'm now doing what I used to do, which I worked in admissions when I was here. And this brochure talks about life at Westminster. And there's a section in here that talks about passions. And there are pick a passion. There are so many organizations and so many things that you can do here at Westminster. I think about the ones that I got involved in, Student Government Association and soccer. And there are just so many ways in which you can actually make the connection on this campus. And I know that you guys have awesome talent. You have awesome minds, because I know how Westminster chose you. Not only that, you've got awesome culture. One of the things that I recognized when I stepped onto this campus that is different about when I stepped onto it so many years ago is that it looks different. It looks different. I see people who who come from different nations, who come from different backgrounds, who don't look like me. And so you bring an awesome gift with you. take that gift and plug into this campus and make the connection. That's what I was able to do while I was here, and what I was able to bring and plug into and bring to Westminster. Guess what? Westminster was also able to bring and pour into me. And that's an awesome, awesome feeling. It's like a give-take type of thing. And that becomes invaluable at the end of the road when you get where I am now. So that's something that I just want to implore upon you, is to make the connection on this campus. I looked at this list, and when I was here, there weren't nearly as many organizations, and there weren't nearly as many opportunities. And so I look out at you today, and I say, wow, you know, there are endless things that you have at your feet, pretty much the world at your feet, in terms of opportunities to plug in. So definitely take advantage of that. The second point I wanted to talk to you about is plugging into the community. And as I was talking to some of the faculty members and advisors, I found out about some things that Westminster is doing now that they weren't doing when I was here, but it makes me really proud of them in terms of plugging into the community here. And one of the things that I value about a school like Westminster is it doesn't just dwell in a vacuum, because I think that a campus that only operates as a bubble will not survive. It will not survive time. And Westminster actually reaches out into its community. So when I was talking to Bob Hansen today, I found out about this. I found out about the poverty initiative. That was the first thing that I found out about. And that just really intrigued me, that we have a program here at this school that actually takes food and pours into the food banks locally here in Fulton, so that food that we're not, that we may take advantage of or not even realize that we're not taking advantage of, we're pouring right back into the community and making sure that we're feeding others that are disadvantaged. That's not happening at a lot of other college campuses. That makes me proud to be an alum. The second thing is the program that Bob Hansen has, and that's a program that actually reaches out not just in the campus, but we're actually utilizing students here and partnering with the Fulton, the city, and operating in Rwanda. And it's a women's and a children's health initiative. And it is a growing thing, and just the fact that they are, again, expanding the campus beyond locally and beyond. That, I don't know how many students are involved in that, but that is something, again, that if you're not plugged in yet, you can plug in to that as a community initiative. Now, the third thing I want to talk to you about, and I'm trying not to move too fast because I'm trying not to get nervous, is plugging into the world. And that's probably the most excited thing that I'm proud of that Westminster does. The fact that we have 69 countries represented in this school, on this campus, to me, says a lot about the initiative. And I'm just going to shout out this guy because I know that he is key to that, and that is Pat Kirby. I just want to stop. Making the connection to the world is huge. And for me personally, he gave a little bit of my background. I do music as my passion. So I pay my mortgage with my attorney hat. And then my passion is to do music and create music and to sing. And my platform is to spread, I am an inspirational artist, to spread God's love globally. And that came from the examples that I received here at Westminster. When you have a guy like Churchill who recognized that this school was a diamond in the middle of the United States, when you have the backdrop in my backyard when I'm studying the pieces of the Berlin Wall, I recognized that I had to do some things that impacted the world. So I wrote songs that I knew that would reach people beyond the United States. I participate in a program called Mission-Minded Artist. And what it means is that I don't just sing because I want people to enjoy my music for money. I sing because I want to teach people around the world about who we are as people and our culture. And so when I look out into the audience, when I saw the procession of people today in their traditional attire, it burned my heart. My heart was warmed because I saw people who also had a passion for their culture, and they're sharing that with all of us. That's what making the connection is all about. It means connecting with people and wanting to learn more about their culture and wanting to share more of your culture with them. Some of the programs that I've heard about since I've been here, and I also saw them on the website, was the program that related to the Project for Peace grant that we have received through the Davis Foundation. And just a little bit about the Davis Foundation, what I found out is that Westminster is often the recipient of that grant because we do so much with regard to seeking out ways to be globally aware of issues. And the Project for Peace grant that we received for the development of the water purifier and for passing out bottles so that people could get water in Nepal are the things that I'm proud. It makes me so proud to say that I am a part of that legacy. That comes from having the passion instilled in me to affect the world. So when I talk to you about making the connection, I'm trying to instill in you the importance of getting beyond just social networking. And certainly I want you to make relationships here. That's not what I'm not trying to steer you away from making those relationships, but I'm telling you what you will learn here in your time in the time that you spend here, getting both the educational experience and the social experience, is that you'll get the passion to impact the world. And as I close, I want to share with you a little story about my experience in Atlanta. I have DirecTV. I don't know if you guys get DirecTV where you are, but I have DirecTV, and I had it newly installed, and I have several locations in my house that I set up my computer, and I would use my computer in my office downstairs, and I'd get great coverage, right? I'd have 3 bars of coverage downstairs, but when I would go into my bedroom to use my laptop, I could never really get 3 bars of coverage. So it really concerned me, so I started to call into the help desk and say, hey, listen, I think there's an issue here with my DirecTV. I need somebody to come out because I only get like maybe 1 bar of coverage when I'm upstairs in my bedroom. There's obviously an issue with my connection. And the guy who was helping me said, okay, now, what are you talking about? I said, listen, when I'm down near where you've put like my receiver, I'm getting 3 bars of coverage, and I just want to make sure I'm getting plenty of coverage when I go to my bedroom, because up there, it looks like I'm only getting 1 bar of coverage. And he said, well, let me just tell you, man, it does not matter where you are in your house. You're going to get the same coverage whether you have 3 bars of coverage or 1 bar of coverage. You're still able to connect. You haven't lost connection. So it doesn't matter whether I have 3 bars or one bar. I mean, I'm going to get in. There's no problem. So no, there's no problem. And what I realized about that situation is it's a lot like my life here at Westminster. I haven't been here in 10 years. But when I came back, I saw Chris Linsmeyer, I saw Pat Kirby, I saw Bob Hansen, and it was like no connection had been lost. We picked up right where we had left off. And I believe that's the kind of connection you're going to make to the people here that you see. You're going to make those kinds of lasting connections. That's what your experience here at Westminster is going to be like. It doesn't matter how far you go. It doesn't matter how many years have passed. That's the kind of lasting connection that your experience here at Westminster will be like. So, what am I saying? I'm saying make the connection. Make the relationship connections. Make the connections on campus. Make the connections in the communities. And then make the connections with the world. Make the connection.
Five bars of connection at Westminster College, for sure. Thank you. Samantha, we want to thank you for your insightful and inspiring thoughts with us today. You truly have gone back through the columns and are continuing to live Westminster's mission, and we're very proud of you. Thank you again so much. Well, members of the class of 2015, your Westminster experience has officially begun. I know it's going to be a happy one and a successful one, and we want to support and challenge you along that way. I'd like to invite everyone now to please stand and join the Churchill Singers in the singing of our alma mater, which is printed on the back of today's program.
I invite you now to join me in the benediction. Let us pray. May we be truly blessed as we labor together, as we learn together, as we play together, as we lead together, and as we love together. Amen. You may be seated momentarily because you're going to be learning the fight song.
All right. Well, we're going to end today's convocation on a little different note. You may have thought that your first class was tomorrow in your seminar class, but that's not true. Your first class is right now, and it's in Westminster College Music Appreciation. We're going to learn together the Westminster College fight song, which we rediscovered just recently, although it was written in the 1930s during the Great Depression. So at this time, I'm going to ask David Strawn, Jordan Sanders, Anna Bond, and Ben Bohr to come forward, and hopefully accompanied by the Churchill Singers at some point in time, they're going to teach us the fight song. And then this convocation and this class will be dismissed when we get this right, and not before. So teachers, lead us on.
Okay, guys, I know you're excited. I saw you all at karaoke last night, so I know you guys did. So first, we're going to do it all together so you can hear how it goes, and then we're going to go back and forth until we all learn the words, okay? Okay?
If you haven't figured it out, it's printed in your bulletin. So there the words.
So now we're going to do is send us all in this line. We're going to sing a line, and then you're going to sing a line. We're going to go all the way through the song, and we'll see if we can get it. I think y'all can get on the first track. Y'all think they can get on the first track? Okay.
All right, let's give the Churchill Singers a big hand. They're great teachers. Well, class of 2015, you passed your first test. Well done. Good job to the faculty and staff, too. All right. I think we're ready for the marshals to come forward at this time.
Please remain in your seats until the platform party, all students and faculty have exited this auditorium. Family members and friends may then exit and rejoin students in front of Champ Auditorium. I declare this convocation closed.